Who made this monstrosity?
Pick the Percocet, set, icy on my neck, hit you with that check, teachers by the flex.
What's good, what's going, what's new, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel, Raw Reactions here. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on post notifications. So this next one is titled Still by the Konoha.
The Konoha creates Naruto explanations, which are loved by millions. So here are 11 of our most watched videos that were watched by over 50 million viewers. Let's get started.
That's smart, man.
The users of the 8th Inner Gates have existed since the times of Hashirama Senju, but there have been only 2 known shinobis who have opened the 8th Inner Gate, Might Guy and his father, Might Dai. But how exactly do they open these gates? Let's see. According to the show, every human has 361 chakra points all over the body. These chakra points are the size of the tip of a needle, and cannot be seen even with the Sharingan. Even experienced Jonins are able...
Something has crossed my mind in the past before. I wonder which one is more deadly between Kaioken and the 8 Gates. I mean, arguably, 8 Gates is much more destructive, but in terms of the user bearing the weight, because both take a very huge toll on the body, that would be interesting to know, actually. If you actually have some sort of reference, you can link me to that. Somehow talks about the 2 of them, because I know I've tried to search it up, but I've not seen it. If you do have like a link or a referral that you can lead me to, you can help me put it in the comment section.
Release chakra only through their hands and feet. Only the Hyugas are able to use all the chakra points. A regular shinobi uses only 20% of his potential. It is because of the 8 gates that are placed to limit the flow of chakra. But through training, a shinobi can learn to remove these limiters and use more of his potential. But it comes with a price. Opening the inner gates can cause immense strain on the body, including extreme fatigue, muscle tears, and broken bones. In the case of the 8th gate, the user simply dies. Because of harmful consequences, it was declared a forbidden technique. Dai learned the inner gates through extensive training of 20 years, and then taught it to his son, who then taught it to Lee.
20 years. That's the longest time. Why did Tobirama sacrifice? I still don't believe, I've said this before. Tobirama shouldn't have died in that battle, in my opinion. With all the jutsu in its arsenal, I still don't believe he should have died, but it is what it is. Let's keep going.
When they say Tobirama was killed by some Jonins, it sounds ridiculous, but it shouldn't. Tobirama died a hero, and he chose his death very wisely. Here's how. Tobirama was a sensory ninja, and while returning...
Also, I don't think he was killed by Jonins. He died in battle with the Jonins, in the sense that he took all of them with him.
Died a hero, and he chose his death very wisely. Here's how. Tobirama was a sensory ninja, and while returning from a mission with his escort unit, he estimated there were 20 shinobis on their tail. Hiruzen volunteered to act as a decoy, but Tobirama decided to play the decoy himself. This is the questionable part. These were very challenging times. First great ninja war was going on, and in such a time, a leader like Tobirama was necessary. Of course, Tobirama knew it, yet he still sacrificed himself. The reason is simple. The guys who were tailing them were Kinkaku Force, rogue ninjas from Hidden Cloud Village. They included more than 20 S-rank Jonins, the guys like Kakashi, Asuma, and Darui. Upon all that, there was Kinkaku himself. If any one of the members of escort unit landed in front of them, he would be done for in minutes, and the Kinkaku force will again start tailing the rest. Tobirama knew he had the best chance to at least buy time for others to...
It was Kinkaku and Genkaku, and were they more than 20? If they were more than 20, it would make... I still can't, like... This is my thing with why I don't even like the idea that he died in battle, even if that's the way I would like to phrase it. Hashirama could unquestionably body thousands of ninjas, even at Jonin level. You can't tell me different. If you've seen his fight with Madara, you know. Just the first time he got his Mangekyo, he had not activated Sage mode yet. I'll continue to call it Sage mode. I don't know if you would call it Sage mode. He activated Sage mode, and Madara had activated the Mangekyo Sharingan. Now, in a normal Sasuke and Naruto fight, Sasuke would be on Mangekyo Sharingan, Naruto would be on Sage mode. Hashirama was fighting with his normal chakra. So that's why I believe he can body thousands of ninja. All he needs to do is deep forest emergence with his poison fog. They are done for. And we're not even factoring in the fact that he has the 5 basic elements: earth, wind, water, lightning. Earth, wind, water, lightning, and fire. He has yin release, which is like genjutsu. Yang release, which is like life force energy that he also pours into his wood release. So he was just on such an OP level. Tobirama, in his own right, created a number of forbidden jutsus: Fly Raijin, Shadow Clone, Erutensi, jutsus that were based off of his knowledge of the Uchiha. There was this video I watched it in, I've forgotten, but the person explained it perfectly. The Uchiha, because of their great love, because of how traumatized they can be when a loved one dies, he created a tendency to revive their loved ones. Flying Raijin, to be able to fast enough to counter the Sharingan. He did that with Izuna. Shadow Clones, to fight multiple. What was the reason for Shadow Clones? It was something along the lines of to fight multiple Uchihas at the same time, and not just that, to like give. Let's say like now you people are down like 20-2. If you don't have someone like Minato that can do Flying Raijin, he could at least create Shadow Clones to fight, and of course Water Jutsu to counter the Uchiha Fireball technique. Even Genjutsu to also help him fight against the Uchiha who are proficient in Genjutsu. So he created all these techniques, right? It doesn't make sense that someone that created all these techniques and is so OP on his own, even though not Hashirama level, it doesn't make sense that he will lose to 20 ninja. It doesn't make sense. Even Minato's death makes more sense. He fought against the Nine Tails. Hiruzen's even makes sense. Hiruzen was old when fighting Orochimaru. Even Orochimaru said, "It's because of your old, that's why I can do this. I know the younger you would have bodied me." So his death just seems like they just wanted to put something there. I think they did such a bad job in describing his death that they tried so much to kind of like give him his props after during the war by saying, oh, he created the Flying Raijin and he also created the Shadow Clone. But by then the damage had been done. It really doesn't make sense. If it was like 50 ninjas, 50 Anbu-like ninjas, including Kinkaku and Giga, I would have been like, alright. I would have been like, okay. But it makes no sense. I still somehow think, maybe this is me being biased, I still somehow think that somehow during the fight, he would have been able to revive Hashirama. But that's me personally. But yeah, let's keep going.
Gape. And just to be clear, Tobirama too was a human. If this many skilled shinobis are coming at you, you can't survive for long, unless you are Hashirama Senju or something.
And it is an insult to someone like him that was born in the warring state and was so OP. Granted, he was fighting against... Okay, fine. He was fighting against 2 people that possess the 90th chakra. You would think as a Senju, he has sealing techniques that can... Because the Senju, they are basically descendants from Ashura, just like the Uzumaki. And they were still in very good terms with the Uzumaki. You would think that he would have some sort of sealing technique that would seal the 90th chakra away significantly. I say significantly because he's a Senju and their chakra level is ridiculous. And they are the clan that knows many techniques. It just doesn't sit right with me that he died that way. Well, yeah, let's keep going.
These are 5 shinobis who were not Hokage, but they were more brilliant than most of them. The first one on this list is not what you would have expected. Number 5, Might Guy, the greatest taijutsu user ever, and one of only 2 known shinobis to have opened the 8th inner gate. He is way more powerful than most Hokages. Number 4, Itachi Uchiha, the kinslayer, who went to such lengths as to kill his own parents for the sake of the village. He had the potential to be the youngest and most capable Hokage. Number 3, Sasuke Uchiha.
I call cap on Sasuke. I also call cap on Itachi. Itachi, I think that him being capable of Hokage, I genuinely think that was just the fandom talking. Yeah, of course, he loved the village. He clearly proved he loved the village. He clearly did. But it's still a stretch if you ask me. Uh, maybe not. Maybe not. Who knows?
Though he went down a dark path in his search for power, he can give a hell of a match to Naruto in terms of strength. No.
Yes. I still call Cap in terms of maybe ideology. In terms of strength, yes.
2. Madara Uchiha, the
Yes.
founder of the Leaf Village himself. Although he even turned against the village, he would have been one of the strongest leaders in the history of the Leaf. And finally, number 1, Shikaku Nara. Being a Hokage doesn't mean you need to be super strong. Having a strategic mind is more essential than sheer strength. Shikaku would have been the best Hokage ever. Even in terms of strength, he would have beaten anyone with his strategies.
Would he? Strategies, actually, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Who was in this third coffin? People think it was Minato, but it wasn't him. You see, Tobirama...
We just did this. I think I'm gonna skip. Let me leave it.
the one who came up with this whole bringing people back to life technique, but it was quite unreliable at that time. Likewise, the Reaper Death Seal was known by only a few, and Orochimaru didn't have a clue about its existence. The thing is, when you get sealed by the Reaper, your soul is trapped in his belly and cannot escape it, and Orochimaru didn't know about it, so he tried to summon it, and it didn't matter how much effort he could put into his jutsu, Minato wasn't coming back. His soul was stuck for good. Now, about the coffin. We couldn't see inside it. It is clear that summoning failed, but why? Was it because of Hiruzen who threw shuriken at it, or was it because of the failed summon? I'd say it was Hiruzen. Here's another one. Hiruzen knew that Minato was sealed by the Reaper Death Seal, so he should have known that there was no chance this summoning would be successful. Still, he appeared extremely panicked and was determined to stop the summoning at all costs. People often say it could have been Madara or Rasa, Gaara's father.
The hell is Gaara's father makes absolutely no sense. Who is coming up with all these assumptions? Assuming doesn't mean you go and assume nonsense. Who is coming up with all these assumptions? The absolute Rashomon defense of Hashirama. Yeah. Hashirama is the only one, maybe not the only one in history, but he's the only one in the anime that has done the whole 5-gate Rashomon. That is insane. I remember when Kiba couldn't think about this. Kiba, when he fought Sakon and Nakon, he couldn't even dent one Rashomon that Sakon summoned. Hashirama made 5. The point of Rashomon is kind of like to change the trajectory. I think each gate has its purpose. One is like more of defense. I think the next two are like to change trajectory, some sort of. So they are not just all bland. They are not all just metal gates. The Nine Tails blasted everything into oblivion. Like it's just wild to think. And because of his Hashirama, of course, I'll argue that the Rashomon was stronger than the average Rashomon, probably. But let's keep going.
There are a few jutsus whose potential is not appreciated at all. Take for example the Rashomon gates. They are the absolute defense, and nothing can get past them. These gates have 3 variants in total. The first one requires 2 simultaneous summoning jutsus to summon only one gate, and this one gate was summoned against Kiba by Sakun and Ukon.
He's even speaking on it.
Orochimaru's puppets. Then you have a 3-gate variant. For this variant, you don't need hand seals, and it was used by Orochimaru to stop Naruto's tailed beast bomb. The first layer takes the impact, the second lessens the power, and the third disperses the pressure throughout. But a bomb by an actual tailed beast can be highly destructive, and for that, there is a 5-gate variant as well. Just like 3 gates, hand seals are not needed, and the summoner can even change their position to perform specific tasks. Hashirama summoned this 5-gate variant to divert Kurama's tailed beast bomb. I think 5 gates would have
He diverted it. I thought he blew it away. Then it's me that I can't remember.
most of the impact, but the explosion would have destroyed the landscape. That's why Hashirama chose to divert the attack instead. People don't realize how interesting this summon is. The Monkey King Enma. First off, he wears a leaf headband, and if you recall the very first episode...
Bro, see. I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot, but just deal with it. Enma needed more screen time. Yeah, I remember when he smacked the hell out of the second. Now that was even a bad look for the second Hokage, but he smacked him. He smacked the living hell out of it. Enma needed more screen time. And yeah, Enma is not appreciated enough. Enma literally pushed the Nine Tails out of Konoha. Enma gave the third Hokage a fighting chance against Hashirama and Tobirama. Of course, arguably, Hashirama, not even arguably, Hashirama wasn't fighting his best. Because of in Enter Sagi mode. But Enma still gave Hiruzen a fighting chance. So Enma deserved more screen time. It would have even been wild to see Konohamaru be able to summon Enma again. Him being able to summon frogs. That's calm. Clearly, Naruto taught him. Because there's this other monkey he can summon Enra. Enma would have been cooler to see. Thinking about it, there are summonings that were abandoned. Even Kakashi's Ninja Hounds, although I think those ones are just there, bruh. I'm sorry, I think those ones are just good for tracking. They are useless. Unless, back when I was a kid, I always wondered if they could do this whole, or at some point I wondered, because of Kiba could do it, if they could do this whole, the 8 of them, the 7 of them could transform into like one big dog or one giant dog that was like almost still beside. That would have been very, very, very cool to see. But clearly, they are not like that. Who else? That Might Guy's turtle. That has to be the most useless summoning because we only saw him once. I think he's just a turtle for sure. That has to be the most useless. I have to find a video on him actually. Because that's the most useless summoning as far as I'm concerned. But point is, Enma definitely deserved more screen time. Because we didn't see him again after the third Hokage died.
Of Naruto, the headband is given only to a ninja, so he can be called a shinobi of the leaf. The second thing, he is the most loyal summon in the entire series. When Orochimaru injured Hiruzen, Enma instantly threatened to snap him like a twig. It seems Enma is also well versed in Konoha's affairs. He knew about Kushina being a Jinchuriki, and he was present when Kurama was being sealed in...
He knew? Yo. Okay, it's not wild. It's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. The third Hokage likes Minato. Probably him and Enma have talked, and it has been mentioned in the past. Probably, I don't know. But it's not far-fetched. Also, now that I think about it, who knows? Maybe third Hokage might low-key be jealous that Minato was Jiraiya's student. But yeah, let's keep going.
Hiruzen, Enma instantly threatened to snap him like a twig. It seems Enma is also well versed in Konoha's affairs. He knew about Kushina being a Jinchuriki, and he was present when Kurama was being sealed inside Naruto. I think Enma is more like a friend to Hiruzen, because Hiruzen used to summon him during his training sessions with Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru. That justifies the way he talks to Hiruzen. As for strength, he is crazy strong. In hand-to-hand combat, he was able to land a blow on both Hashirama and Tobirama.
He showed it. Yeah. This was bad. This was like, it's a good thing we didn't judge, or the fandom didn't judge Hiruzen, Tobirama based off of it. This was bad. Like, he smacked the living shit out of him. Bruh.
Easy strong. In hand-to-hand combat, he was able to land a blow on both reanimated Hashirama and Tobirama. His main ability is to convert into an adamantine staff, which can grow, shrink, and move. He was so strong that he easily pushed Nine Tails out of the village. Plus, do you remember
and it was a very, like, way out of the village. Bruh. He low-key might be the strongest summon. Low-key, he might be the strongest summon. He might be.
And Tobirama. His main ability is to convert into an adamantine staff, which can grow, shrink, and move. He was so strong that he easily pushed Nine Tails out of the village. Plus, do you remember the Kusanagi sword Orochimaru used to kill Hiruzen? Enma took it with him, but later Orochimaru regained it somehow. Why isn't Naruto known as Naruto Namikaze?
This is, oh my god, wait. This would have been good in another video, but to hell with it, let's just go ahead. Bruh, let's keep going. This is something that interests me because I know how many times it has popped up in my mind.
Why doesn't he possess the abilities of the Namikaze clan? Technically, he should bear the name
Who are the Namikaze clan? That's another question.
Namikaze. And why doesn't he possess the abilities of the Namikaze clan? Technically, he should bear the name Naruto Namikaze. In the Third Great Ninja War, Minato killed thousands of shinobis from other
Oh yeah, that was okay. True. Minato was so OP that they had to hide Naruto's name. Imagine feeling. Do you know how wild it is that one man, because the Uzumaki they are a clan from way back. It is crazy that one man is the reason why Hiruzen decided to put. I think it was Hiruzen that put his name as Namikaze. It is crazy that one man literally shifted the gaze of the Uzumaki clan onto the Namikaze clan through himself. In the sense that he was so deadly as a shinobi that Hiruzen had to change Naruto's name. That is insane. It's like it's kind of like Hashirama giving birth to a son and Hashirama dies, and then they have to change his name from Senju to Uzumaki. Well, the Senju and the Uzumaki, they are basically brother and sister, but you get the point. It is still, I can't even say the Senju. The Senju, they are still very much a prominent clan. It's like okay, for the Itachi fans, it's like Itachi marrying that his babe, right? And Itachi grows up to be this very powerful. I mean, he did grow up to be a very powerful shinobi, but you get the point. He lives longer, kills longer, ends up dying. His babe / wife dies, and the name Itachi Uchi. Let's say he had dominate, like he was so dominant that people, whenever they hear the name Uchiha, they instantly think Itachi instead of right next to or / instead of Madara. And because of that in itself is so powerful, they're like, now we can't give this guy Uchiha. Let's just go and give him his babe's name. Well, his babe too is an Uchiha, but imagine if she wasn't an Uchiha. You get the point. But that is just insane that one man shifted that whole gaze from a very powerful and ancient clan to himself. And Hiruzen was so terrified of it that he had to switch his son's name, even though he was still a terrible godparent / guardian. Okay, not godparent. Let's keep going.
name Naruto Namikaze. In the Third Great Ninja War, Minato killed thousands of shinobis from other villages, but as the war ended, he had made a fleet of enemies who wanted to take revenge on him. As he got killed in the Nine Tails attack, the third Hokage had to protect Naruto, since he knew if he named him Namikaze, people would come after him. So, he found it safe to name him Uzumaki instead.
And people would have, now coupled with the fact that he has the Nine-Tailed Fox, oh yeah, he would have definitely had way more enemies. Way more.
If he named him Namikaze, people would come after him. So, he found it safe to name him Uzumaki instead. But in the shinobi world, bloodlines carry the power. Hyugas get the Byakugan, Uchihas get the Sharingan, and Uzumakis get tons of chakra. What did Naruto get? Immense chakra from his mother. What did he get from his father? Nothing. There are two explanations. One, the Namikaze clan lineage might not have any power to pass on.
Yep. Also, something that was popped up in my mind was, like, in as much as Kushina was an Uzumaki, because Minato wasn't in Namikaze, it didn't make any sense that how he have that amount of chakra, that kind of thing. But then I was watching a reaction. Not a reaction. I was watching a gameplay by Dante. He was playing, I think, Ninja Storm Connections. He basically was fighting. He was in the episode where Naruto was trying to control the Nine-Tails power. And when they showed the backstory of Kushina, I remembered. She said, and she reminded me, well, technically I remembered, that in as much as the Uzumaki's chakra was outrageously strong, Kushina was born with an abnormally high chakra level that was even too high for an Uzumaki, which is insane. And which makes sense because in one of my previous videos, I said she suffered before she died. They had just removed the nine tails. Let's even speak of the nine tails. Half of the nine tails is still inside Naruto, and he still like can sort of come out through chakra leaks. The complete nine tails was bound to bro, it was bound like a fucking slave. Like stakes everywhere, stabbed, even with chains. Bruh. So that actually, taking that into consideration, or no, before I say that, in as much as that happened, she was still, the nine tails was removed, she was still alive for a while, and she had just given childbirth. So that's two things that just happened to her, and she was stabbed. And in all of this is the day her child was born, man. And in all of this, even after she was stabbed, after Minato performed the sailing and died, she was still alive until Hiruzen and his Anbu reached there, and she still managed to speak to him before she died. So that is, taking that into consideration, of course, I can see why Naruto has a ridiculous amount of chakra. Of course, that would make sense. But yeah, let's keep going.
Makis get tons of chakra. What did Naruto get? Immense chakra from his mother. What did he get from his father? Nothing. There are two explanations. One, the Namikaze clan lineage might not have any power to pass on. And the other, Namikaze might have been more of a title or surname than a distinct clan. There is no official record of its origin. So guys like Minato, Kakashi, and Guy can become the finest shinobis, even without a bloodline trait, through dedication alone.
Fucked.
Do you know how many shinobis were able to master all 5 chakra natures? Only 6. You might argue there are more, but hear me out. Mastering all the 5 chakra natures is tedious and demanding work, but having Rinnegan can shorten the learning span. Having 6 Paths powers can grant you all the 5 chakra natures. Also, Banana Palm Fan can generate all 5 chakra natures. So
did he say Banana Palm Farm? That's not what it's called.
Grant you all the 5 chakra natures. Also, Banana Palm Fan can generate all 5 chakra natures.
Maybe that was the English name. Maybe.
So these are the 6 guys who mastered the 5 chakra natures through training alone. Number 6, Mu, the second Tsuchikage, also called the non-person. He also had a rare KK Toda, the dust release. Number 5, Orochimaru. After taking over the body of Zetsu, he was also able to use wood release. Number 4, Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja, the best example of talent plus hard work. Number 3, the second Hokage, Tobirama Senju. Although he had absolute mastery over water release, he could also use all the other basic chakra natures as well. Number 2, Hashirama Senju, the mighty first Hokage. It just makes sense for him to have the 5 natures. He also had his renowned wood release. And number 1, the professor, Hiruzen Sarutobi, the most famous user of 5 chakra natures. Do you know why Itachi and the most famous user of 5 chakra natures?
I need to be reading this. Why did the Akatsuki pair Kisame with Itachi? Let's see. 6.1 million views. That is insane.
Do you know why Itachi and Kisame were paired together? It's simple. Kisame was supposed to kill Itachi. Let me explain. In Akatsuki, Itachi and Kisame were considered the strongest after Pain. Obito had already told Kisame that he was Madara. Obviously, Obito had paired him with Itachi, and Kisame knew the entire situation. Kisame also suspected and mentioned at various times that Itachi still had strong feelings for his village. Obito knew that although Itachi had asked to join the Akatsuki, he was a spy for the Leaf. He couldn't stop Itachi from being loyal to his village, but he asked Kisame to keep an eye on Itachi if he were to make a move against the organization, and Kisame was the perfect man to kill Itachi. It's because the Mangekyo Sharingan doesn't work on Kisame, as he is a perfect Jinchuriki. A perfect Jinchuriki is a tailed beast that helps its owner, like Killer Bee and Naruto. And Kisame, although wasn't a Jinchuriki of a tailed beast, could defuse with Samehada. If Itachi were to put Genjutsu on Kisame and block his chakra flow...
Okay, yeah, Samehada will snap him out of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like what's his name? Gyuki 8 years did to B when Sasuke first put him on. Was it Sasuke or who? First put him on that Genjutsu.
Hada could offer its chakra, thus eliminating the Genjutsu. Kisame is also a chakra absorber, so he can absorb the Amaterasu and Susanoo.
Can he absorb the Amaterasu? Well, it is chakra, but it's different still. It's not like your regular basic technique. Well, yeah, sure. Let's keep going. Who would have stopped pain?
Also a chakra absorber, so he can absorb the Amaterasu and Susanoo.
Who would have stopped pain during the pain arc? I think I need to go to these videos.
Here are 5 shinobis who could have easily stopped Pain during the Pain arc. Number 5, Might Guy.
I highly doubt it. I very much highly doubt it. Of course, we're going to go into his explanation, but I very much doubt it. Of course, it's simple to just be like, oh, if Guy entered the 8 gates and everything. Unless Guy kind of was as intelligent as and as observant as Jiraiya and Kakashi, which he's not, and noticed, okay, and had enough time, if he was even given enough time to notice, okay, this one is the one that revives, and then go for that one, then maybe. But of course, he'll die in battle because he has to release 8 gates. There's no how. But I doubt it. I doubt it.
Here are 5 shinobis who could have easily stopped Pain during the Pain arc. Number 5, Might Guy. If he were in the village and saw his best friend Kakashi dead, he would have definitely opened the 8th inner gate to take on most of Pain's path.
Nope. Wait. Let me let him speak.
The only drawback is that he can't maintain the 8th inner gate for long. Number 4, Obito
So, I don't think he would have felt bad, he would have felt devastated, he would have upped the 8 gates, or he might be on 6 gate, then up to 7 gate. He would have taken the fight much more, he would have gone extreme. But I don't, 8 gates, nah. Because 8 gates was used when nobody else could, when it seemed like nobody else could do anything against Madara. That's when 8 gates was used. So there has to be, it's unless it was a very extreme situation. Now, if the village was destroyed, sure. Because the village you grew up in was destroyed. So of course you might want to use 8 gates. But to use the complete 8 gates because of Kakashi, I don't think so. No.
We all know how powerful he was as a 14-year-old kid, but as an adult, he was in a whole different league. It would have been a tough battle, but
yeah, that was another thing that crossed my mind. He was 14 when he fought Minato.
Was as a 14-year-old kid, but as an adult, he was in a whole different league. It would have been a tough battle, but Obito would likely win. Number 3, Madara Uchiha himself.
Yep.
Since Nagato got the Rinnegan from Madara, it makes sense that Madara could defeat all the 6 Pains based on his war experiences. Moreover, we have seen Prime Madara being an uncontrollable beast in the field. Number 2, Hashirama Senju, who has stopped Madara multiple times. He has faced even greater threats than Pain, and seeing the village destroyed, it would be a rage no one had ever witnessed before. Number 1, the best option here is Minato Namikaze. No matter what you throw at him, you are not getting very far once you get marked by Minato.
Yeah, but would he even be given the chance? You have to factor in that their eyes are linked. So even if Minato could have been fast enough to reach, Pain could have been fast enough to dodge. If he did the whole flying Raijin so that he did on Obito, Pain could have been fast enough to judge. All it takes is one of the other clones looking. So I disagree with that. And on that, of course by this time everyone knows how Minato's technique works. Maybe not the whole he marks you and all of that. Maybe by then I think people should have known, even though everybody didn't necessarily know how it worked. But for someone like Pain, maybe he can decipher the steel through his Rinnegan or something. But let's assume Pain would have known, right? Or even if Pain didn't know, the objective would have been, don't let this person get so close to us. Pain will almighty push the hell out of Minato. He will. Now, arguably, Minato is as intelligent as Kakashi, if not much more intelligent. If Jiraiya could be observant and Kakashi could be observant, Minato could have definitely been observant. If it's on that point, sure. However, maybe if you factor in he had the 90 sealed inside him, half of the 90 sealed inside him and could control it, then yes. That's the only way I will agree. Unless he kind of noticed the Pain that resurrects and went after that one immediately because that one cannot do almighty push, which lessens his which would maybe increase his chances of winning. Also, Minato definitely had huge ton of chakra as well. Because to use these seals, it's an automatic key technique that takes a lot of chakra. To use these seals like this requires a ton of chakra, a large amount of chakra. Minato's case is a bit iffy, I won't lie. To me though.
Minato would mark each one of those, and next thing you know, it's raining Rasengans upon them. If a
And on, I don't know, it's still iffy. It's still, unless he gets like 1 or 2 clones, sure. I don't know, it's still iffy. It's still kind of iffy. I get that he's really, really fast, but it's still a bit iffy.
one of those, and next thing you know, it's raining Rasengans upon them. If a jutsu is declared forbidden, why does everyone keep using it? In Naruto, the forbidden word is not used in the literal sense. It is not like if you use a forbidden jutsu, you will be put behind the bars. It is more like this. Yes, you can use it if you know it, but it is so dangerous, unnatural, or chakra draining that it is highly recommended that you better stay away from this thing. So here are the 6 most famous kinjutsu and how they affect the users. Number 6. Multi-shadow clone jutsu. If a regular shinobi uses this skill, and how they affect recommended that you better stay away from this thing. So here are the 6 most famous kinjutsu and how they...
Oh, kinjutsu. So that's what forbidden jutsus are called in Japanese. I didn't even know. In Naruto, I didn't even know.
Number 6. Multi-shadow clone jutsu. If a regular shinobi uses this skill, he will be out of chakra with a few clones and pass out with exhaustion. Number 5. Rasen Shuriken. The Rasen Shuriken was forbidden when it was underdeveloped. Naruto had to strike the opponent with it, which...
Bro, I've seen that Aang and Naruto fan art before. That shit was so funny. He said, Aang made a ball of Kori Rasen, and Naruto was like, beginners.
Rasen Shuriken. The Rasen Shuriken was forbidden when it was underdeveloped. Naruto had to strike the opponent with it, which affected his arm. Number 4. Reanimation Jutsu. Bringing the souls of the dead back to the mortal world is simply unnatural and disrespectful to the dead. Number 3. Izanagi. It can rewrite what has already happened, and it also makes the user blind, so it is both unnatural and harmful. Number 2. Reaper Death Seal. The Uzumaki clan technique to seal any soul, but the catch is the user will also get sealed along with the target. Number 1. Opening inner gates. Use it and you are most probably dead. That's all. Thank.
That was a great video. I would also argue Izanami was a forbidden technique. Well, it wasn't necessarily tailored as a term of forbidden technique. It was just a counter Izanami. But yeah, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what other videos you want me to look up. Please turn on the post notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I just pick the Percocets, I see on my neck, hit you with that check, we just bout to flex. Pick the Percocets, I see on my neck.